All right, we're back celebrating the 5th season of the year, which is soup season, which I'm sure all of y'all learned about that in school. Okay, it's spring, summer, fall, soup season, and then winter. Tonight we're gonna be making a beef and barley soup, which is on page 72 of my cookbook, Crackpots to Casseroles. And in case you missed it, yes, this is a hardback. I now have a hardback available. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and get our prep ready. You're gonna need 4 ribs of celery. The celery is going into my vegetable chopper. We are going to finely dice these. Then you're gonna need 4 whole carrots. I got subbed for the baby carrots. I guess my Walmart's out of carrots, so we're just gonna make this work. I'm gonna guess how many of these equal to 4 regular carrots. Now we are going to just dice these. We don't want them finely diced or they're gonna turn to mush, so I'm switching from my small chopper attachment to my bigger one. I guess I'll just do this till it looks right. I don't even know. These are gonna, look, it just fell through the hole. These blades on this thing are sharp, okay? And because I said that, somebody, more than one person's gonna get in the comments and tell me what part of their hand they nearly chopped off with this thing. So if you get this, be careful with it. I forgot I have to finely dice an onion, so I should have done this before the carrots because now I'm gonna have to switch the blade out again. Anyway, 1 yellow onion is going to be finely diced. All right, that is beautiful. Now we're gonna move on to our stew meat. Right here I have 2.2 pounds of stew meat. It does not have to be exact. Anywhere between like 2 and 3 pounds will work. We're gonna season this up with 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, some salt, and pepper. We're gonna give all this a good toss to get the seasonings coated on this meat. I did not need a bowl this big, but here we are. Now we're gonna do about 1/2 cup of flour. That's approximate. It may be less, it may be more. Just start with 1/2 cup and put it on there and we're gonna mix it up. We just wanna coat the meat really well with the flour. Okay, that is looking good. It should look like this. You probably are gonna have some excess flour in the bottom of it. You don't need that, and you also don't have to worry about it. The bottom of this pot, I have about 3 tablespoons of oil. I've let it heat up. And now I normally just use a slotted spoon so that when I'm scooping my meat up to put it in the pot, we're not scooping up any extra flour in the bottom. We just want what's on the meat. You're gonna wanna cook this in a single layer. So if you have to cook this, do y'all hear the rocket? I don't know if y'all can hear that. Hold on, that's not, I'm near NASA Space Center and I can't tell you how many times that rocket testing interrupts my videos. Anyway, you want to cook this in single layers. If you have to batch cook it, where you cook some, pull it out, and cook the rest, do that because that's going to be the best way to do it. Our stew meat has some nice color on it. We're going to remove it from the pot and set it to the side. Now we're going to add in the vegetables that we chopped earlier. If there's anything stuck on the bottom of your pan from searing your meat, these vegetables are going to help get that up. Vegetables have been cooking for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add the meat back in, plus 4 cups of beef broth, which is this entire container. 3 cups of water, which I just put it in this container to add. And normally this part right here, I add 2 fresh sachets of rosemary, but my store's been out for like a week, I guess because of the holiday. So I'm just gonna do about 2 teaspoons of rosemary leaves, the dried kind. I'm also gonna add in a little bit more seasoning. This part's optional. If you wanna taste it first and then add or not, it's up to you. Let this come to a low simmer and we're gonna cover it and cook it for about an hour or until our meat gets tender. All right, our soup has been simmering for about an hour and 15 minutes. Now we're gonna add 1 cup of the barley. This is the quick cook. This doesn't take very long to cook. You're just gonna stir it in and let it simmer until it puffs up. All right, y'all, here it is all done. I normally serve this with some crispy garlic bread.